Love the Christmas lights. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Charm City Beat Live. It is Purple Friday. Ravens set to take on the Steelers as the battle for the Kings of the North will be settled tomorrow.
Saturday.
Saturday. I can't believe it. Dude, I still can't even get over this schedule. It's like there's a game tomorrow, then there's literally a game Wednesday.
It won't sink in. And the thing is, it's Christmas. So, like, you're going to wake up, you're going to do gifts, you're going to do whatever the hell people do on Christmas. And then it's like, oh, yeah, the Ravens are playing the Texans, and Beyonce is the halftime show. Surprise. And I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking about everything else.
Yeah, that's the
Christ.
If it works.
Yeah. Literally everybody wrap up your Christmas parties about 3:30, 4 o'clock because lights on. But we're not talking about Houston, right?
Lamar's coming to town.
We are gonna calm down on that for now, but we got the Steelers. Longtime nemesis, age-old rival, best rival in NFL. The list goes on. I feel like it was only just a couple of weeks we were talking about them, and now here we are again. Hey, showtime, baby. This is what we want. This is virtually a primetime game. It's going to be dark. Lights are going to be on. You guys are going to be there. That's awesome.
So pumped. It's a wild game. And if you flash back a few weeks ago, we played them. Like, I felt like the Ravens, we were the better team going into that game. I think we came out of that the better team. I don't think that's disputed across the NFL. I think we saw we did the Giants on Sunday, and it's hard not to see that. Lamar threw for 5 touchdown passes again. I think that whatever it is, and I don't buy into the whole like 8-1 the last 9 games for the Steelers because I think most of those games Lamar didn't play, or we were benching everybody because we already won the goddamn conference. So like,
yeah,
eat up a little bit on that, but at the same time, you can't help but notice the difference in the way this team plays against Pittsburgh, similar to what happened when they played KC, where it's like they just kind of forget who they are. I think they just sort of play the way the Steelers play. They get sucked into these teams. And so I don't know what your guys' thoughts here, but do you think that continues again on Sunday, or what do you think happens here?
I mean, they don't beat themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Most of the games, that even against, I mean, yeah, Lamar hasn't played, but Lamar's only won, 4? I mean, against the Steelers. I mean, yeah, it's a team, but, I mean, he seems to fumble more. He seems to forget what he's supposed to do more.
Yeah.
Don't beat ourselves. We should be fine.
No, I agree with Ross 100%, though. We can't beat ourselves. Going back to what Jordan said, it's whenever we play the KCs and the Steelers, it's like we forget our identity. I think that makes this game even more important. In my opinion, it's do or die. I think this is a must-win. There's no way we can walk out of here with an L. And we just have to play Ravens football. If that doesn't happen, then obviously history will keep repeating itself. And then other conversations will have to happen.
We walk out of here with an L. We're going on the road for the playoffs.
We're going on the road for playoffs in my mind. I've just
Why? If we win out and the Steelers lose one more game, we get the division. What are you talking about? It's not like the road to the home. Like Jordan pointed out after the last home loss, was like, well, there goes the road to playoffs. Jordan like, no, we're get a home playoff game. I mean, we're the game behind the Steelers.
Pittsburgh won't have Pickens on Saturday. They won't have them on Wednesday against the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are, there's a good chance Pittsburgh loses to KC. There's a good chance Pittsburgh loses to the Bengals in Week 18, who was fighting and clawing for a playoff spot, especially now that Denver lost. They can win out and get in if Denver loses one more game, and I think they have to play the Chiefs still. Like, there's a lot going here. That terrifies me, by the way, the Bengals getting into the playoffs. I don't think we can beat them 3 times in a row. But I think the Steelers need to win this game as much as the Ravens do. I think it's going to be an absolute bloodbath on the football field Saturday. Mm-hmm. I do think there are two teams that, going into the last game, it was the Steelers' defense that was really good and the Ravens' offense that was really good. And now I think it's Steelers' offense that was good and the Ravens' defense that sucked. And now I think it's flipped. Where I think now you have a Ravens defense that really, since that Steelers game when they solidified that back end with Darius Washington and putting Hamilton back there, this team has been, I think, top 3 in defense. I saw according to Athletic. That's incredible to me. And then to turn around and then face a team that's down Pickens that struggled mightily and against some of these other football teams. I think that we're in a really good place here to, as long as we can make our field goals, and I think we'll be in good shape because I feel like the Pittsburgh's going to have a tough time making big plays happen without their big playmaker.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think you also factor in the pressure. Russell Wilson isn't going to know what to do back there. I think it's just it's in our favor.
Yeah.
And again, if we can get even half
That's home.
the game Lamar had last week, shit, that's amazing. That looks great for us.
And it's a home game, so I feel like you're going to get the offense is going to come out of the tunnel, is my guess. They're going to do the whole thing. It's going to be purple everywhere. It's going to be raucous. It's going to be incredible. It's a Saturday night before Christmas. Everyone's fucking off tomorrow and Sunday. The next day, everyone's going to be fired up, tailgating all day. Like, I'm here for it. It's going to be one of the best games in the history of M&T Bank Stadium, especially if we pull this game off, I think.
It's an early primetime game. It gets no better than this. You still get home at a good time. It's the best of both worlds.
You kidding me?
Awesome. My God, you're home before 9. It's great. It's going to be amazing. I mean, again, we've had some great games come to that stadium. Now, again, hopefully ticket sales are low in Pittsburgh because, again, these primetime, fun time games. And Steelers fans just travel. I don't know what it is.
Maybe they don't travel. These are all the fans that became Steeler fans when the Colts bolted town when they had to pick a team, and they didn't want to be its Commander fan.
I'm talking about every game they
yeah, and they also have a bunch of bandwagon fans because all their teams suck.
I don't think they will be the predominant team in the stands Saturday. I do think that there will be like 30% of them will be Steelers fans. Like, they're going to get their tickets, Christmas presents, all that other nonsense. But I mean, I sit in the visitor section, 20, 15 rows off 20-yard line, surrounded by these bastards. I'm going to give it to them. I have all these stats I'm going to print out. I'm going to start talking about them out loud to people. Like, Russell Wilson is 17th in the NFL in third down. And then he complete pass. Now he's even worse. Like, I do that. It's like I just hit him with stats, and they can't do anything about it.
I mean, hey.
Or can Russell Wilson run like that? I don't think so. Yeah. Until I eat crow, because then Russell Wilson hits Pickens for a touchdown. He's not playing, so I'm excited. Is Watt playing, Ross?
Yeah. He's off the injury report. Like I said, I wasn't going to believe he was out until I saw him standing on the sideline, not wearing pads.
There was a beautiful minute when I assumed he wasn't playing, and I said, wow, that's a game changer. That is all right. It's best.
Healthy, but he ain't on. The last thing I heard, he was off the injury report completely.
I do wonder if he'll be on some type of snap count again. You got to think about, I mean, for both teams, but especially these banged up Steelers, it's like, what type of snap count? They're going to have to pick Kansas City. They're turning around and playing Kansas City, and that's
right now. I doubt anything because if they win this game, that game will matter very little to them. Because they win this game, they win this game, they get the lock of the division, and then they can be like, oh, we can kind of rest the people a little bit now going on. The worst they can do is drop to 4.
Yeah.
So I don't. The Christmas game is going to mean more to us.
I think that even fully healthy before they won by an extra 2-point conversion or something. Like, I forget what it was, but it was like it was a narrow game, and Justin Tucker missed like 6 field goals. So I feel like, and he seems, hypothetically speaking, but all his extra points were straight. I just feel like maybe he's back mentally. Like, he needed that break physically and mentally to get back to where he was. We'll see tomorrow because there's going to be some field goals kicked.
Yeah.
This is one of the best defenses in football. And just correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Aguilar is playing. I don't think Bateman's status is up in the air. I think as it was, they had a hard time separating from Joey Porter and stuff. We just can't turn the ball over. I think Derrick Henry fumbled the first snap of the game last time, and that was like a tone setter. And I was watching the Eagles-Pittsburgh game, and you could tell Pittsburgh was just in the beginning of that game, just so physical. And if you can sort of get over that breaker in the ocean type of deal, where if you just get through that first half of the first quarter against Pittsburgh and not give up the ball, maybe put some points on the board, I think we'll be in good shape. If we fall behind a little bit early, I think that's when we start playing their football game. That's when I start getting nervous.
Yeah, 100% agreed. Yeah, staying ahead of them is going to be the only way. I do think it's going to be probably a run heavy game. I could see them really trying to get Derrick Henry going early. Just control the ball, control the clock. Just again, remember your identity. Just play Raven football. Oh man. Yeah, so I saw they got rid of Deontay Johnson.
Didn't see that coming,
I thought they were going to hold on to him.
Yeah, so this is, I don't care if product-wise it's them. I hated this trade halfway through when he became a crybaby. We dropped from the 5th round to the 6th round for nothing. You all wanted your 4th round pick way in the beginning of that crap. So we literally went down in the draft.
I honestly think that the Ravens probably asked around and kind of got an idea that no one was going to sign him. Yeah. He's probably going to go the way of Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I said that like 3 weeks ago.
Football team with a wide receiver issue. Like, this is the perfect scenario. If you're like, Odell Beckham's probably going to come in here next week and be fucking happy as a fucking pig and shit. And, like, that's all Deontay Johnson could be. Like, be a slot guy, make a few catches a game, make a difference, draw some fucking coverage. That's all we wanted from him. The man had 89 catches a couple years ago. Like, what are we doing here? He obviously doesn't care about football anymore. Panthers beat the shit out of him, beat it out of him. So, as they did everyone they played. I don't blame him for, like, not wanting. Yeah.
The Steelers got rid of him.
You're right, Ross. They did.
The Steelers let him go for Deontay Jackson, who's been productive for them. We get him. He does 1 catch for 6 yards and then becomes a crybaby. And this week he was excused for personal reasons. Yeah, it was because the Ravens were trying to cut him.
They were trying to figure out what to do.
At the end of the day, it was a late 5 for an early 6, probably, right? Like, it's the Panthers 6, so that we won overall. And they gave up, like, hopefully 32. They could literally have picked 1 pick difference.
Well,
It's probably a 6.
Remember, that's when the compensatory picks start coming in. So who knows how? Like that, we basically essentially all we did was trade back and hold their wide receiver for basically 4 weeks because he didn't play for 3 of them.
What round was the receiver that we drafted that scored that touchdown on Sunday?
4th,
with the incredible toe tap.
We was a 4th, and if we got a 4th, then it would have been fine. But guess what? We ain't getting a 4th for him, and we should have been playing Des Walker more than apparently.
I was about to say
for Deontay Johnson.
He's that kid just earned himself a lot.
I think he earned himself some playing time. And with Aguilar out, I think you're going to see him a shitload on Saturday.
Aguilar's out. Bateman's in the boot.
Bateman's going to play. I'm calling.
Christ, they had to call Anthony Miller from the practice squad. They're talking about possibly Cunningham up.
What'd you say?
Is Justice Hill playing?
Yeah.
Cunningham.
Yeah, he's still on practice squad. Remember him?
I'll tell you what about Justice Hill, man. Just the evolution of Justice Hill is one for the books, man. Like,
it's healthy.
A lot of luck, a lot of opportunities just taken advantage of. It's incredible.
So he stayed healthy fine.
Like, he managed to survive 3 different 3-headed monsters where he was like the afterthought in every one of these offensive literally since Lamar got here pretty much. And now he's become like a staple to the point where he's getting more carries than fucking Henry.
Yeah.
Because back almost every year he would do something. I'm like, wait, he's hurt again. Oh, here he goes. He's hurt again. But they kept like
the ability to catch the ball sets him apart.
They kept running around because he was one of their only running backs that catch the ball. That's why they keep signing him.
Yeah.
I wish they would throw the ball to fucking Derrick Henry more because he catches everything and it's a freight train and it's terrifying to watch him catch it and run. And I don't know why they don't have 3 or 4 plays a game where he does that. Like, just get him in space. Give him the ball. Like, they don't – I feel like Monken doesn't quite understand the impact of Lamar running and a running back also going into the flat. Like, I feel like that's guaranteed yards every damn time.
Every time.
It does. You just
– down.
He does
But
without
it should be with
Edwards.
him. Like he does it until he waits till 3rd and 36, and he's like, "All right, dump off pass," and then Justice Hill's like, "I'm gonna make this amazing," like he did against the Buccaneers. Like I just feel like with Derrick Henry, every time he does it, he goes up the sideline, he like pinballs off of fucking quarterbacks and shoves them into the fucking second deck.
I mean,
It's a goddamn.
let's be honest. It's not like it's just Tom Monkey. This is Derrick Henry's career. Half the time, his over/under his catches for is like 1.5.
That's crazy.
It shouldn't be that way.
Honestly,
I think he's an underrated receiver.
I think so. Again, he's built like a fucking defensive end. Anybody, a defensive end catching ball that passes him? Are you kidding? I don't know. I don't know. I would definitely.
Hopefully, we see that on Saturday.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to try to open it up. I think the Steelers. I was listening to the Athletic podcast today, and they were talking about the middle of the Steelers. The linebacking core isn't that great. They kind of struggle with the middle of the field, kind of like the Ravens.
Why are you laughing, Gerald? Who's in the middle? Who's
Wait.
Who's one of their middle linebackers?
Who's these middle linebackers you speak of, bro?
I believe we know one.
Now, Patrick Queen had an incredible game against the Ravens. Forced fumble.
Everyone does.
Yeah, with 9 tackles. Patrick Queen balled out the last time he played the Ravens, and I think he will ball out again. He probably will play really well against the Ravens on Saturday. He's got a vendetta. But at the same time, I feel like the Ravens didn't test the middle of the field enough or deep enough. And I feel like they need to do that. They need to like stretch the field. They need to really stretch this team out and get away. And I just feel like they kind of played into the Steelers what they do well because they gave up 40 points to the Bengals. They've been giving up a lot of points on defense lately.
Yeah.
I ain't buying it. God damn it. The Eagles destroyed them.
Eagles did. They shredded. They just, again, the Ravens have had some new tape on the Steelers. I think if things don't go differently this time, again, like I said, some conversations will likely have to be had because you can't
internal organizational top level issue.
Yeah, because exactly. If you can't get past your rival, you're not going to win a Super Bowl. And the whole point of being here is to win championships. That's your only goal.
Michigan, Ohio State. That's why Ohio State's going to fire their head coach.
Yikes.
Because they can't even beat Michigan when Michigan's fucking god awful. And Ohio State's 2 in the country. Are you an Ohio State fan?
No, I know why he's
yeah.
It's a family matter.
Oh, yeah, he's not getting fired. I'm sorry.
It's a family matter.
Oh,
no, I
Jordan said it with his whole fucking chest too.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, most people have said it. Like I said, you can't beat the rival. I mean, what?
Listen, I'm not saying it.
Yeah. No worry, we'll say it.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I mean, there you go. No, seriously, if they.
I'm sorry, I forgot you were married to royalty.
I am. Actually, I was looking.
You know what? Some coaches just can't get over the hump. John Harbaugh is one of them. He can't win against good coaches lately, and he lets them dictate the football game. I think it dictates the way he calls games. Mm-hmm. I think it trickles down. I think Mockin calls like the shittiest play calls I've ever seen in my life. And if we just run the football, we beat the Chiefs. And if we just run the football, we beat everybody. Like it's just like, God damn it.
Athlete versus athlete, the Ravens, without a doubt, any day of the fucking week. It's crazy.
I don't think anyone's arguing with that.
It's so baffling because again, you look at the Steelers roster again. TJ Watt is an absolute superhuman, which he's gonna like the best defensive end probably in the NFL. Top
player of the year,
of all time,
no doubt.
Top 3 all time. That's it. That's literally fucking it though. Minka, sure, they
have a really good D line. I'll give them the D line. Yeah. They have some good players in that D line. But I do think that what is that like ships raise all ships water? I don't know fucking the saying is, but like I feel like TJ Watt allows the rest of the team to get really good. Like I think Aaron Donald did that for the Los Angeles Rams defense. Ray Lewis did that for the Ravens defense. Roquan's kind of doing this for our defense. I think that TJ Watt, his presence on this football field, allows everybody else around him to just play better, stronger, because if they do not double team TJ Watt on Saturday, we're going to lose that play 100% of the time. Like the stat support that. Like they can't get fancy. They just gotta stop fucking around. Double team his ass, run away from him, throw the ball a lot when he's like double covered. Like, I don't know. The Ravens won't do it though. Watch.
Just play to your strengths. That's literally it. Just play to your strengths.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We have the best player in football in Lamar Jackson at quarterback.
Yeah.
He's got Derrick Henry behind him. Zay Flowers is the top 10 receiver. Mark Andrews is the top 3 tight end. The O-line is above average to decent even. I mean, you have a really good backup tight end. Even without Bateman, you still have some good wide receiver guys. Like, you don't need to get fancy. You just play football, and you're going to beat them most plays.
Yeah. Again, athlete versus athletes. It's no question. It's literally no fucking question. I mean, you have Tom. Yeah, not Tom. Slip of the tongue. Lamar Jackson, who, again, a 5-touchdown game. Who has these like?
What a Tom!
I mean, shit, he's putting up Tom Brady numbers.
He's better than Tom. He's got more. Look at it. He's got six touchdowns.
He's beating Tom head to head too.
He is. He's done it twice.
Tom loves him.
Regular season speaking wise, Lamar Jackson is better than Tom Brady.
Yeah, hands down. 100%.
Considering the divisional wins that Tom Brady always got, because it's where the playoffs is where Tom Brady separates himself from the pack.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like pound for pound, what Lamar Jackson's doing is first ballot Hall of Fame bound. I mean, he's got 2 MVPs already. He's about to break Michael Vick's rushing record in 2 weeks. He's probably going to do it on Christmas Day. Jesus' fucking birthday. You kidding me? You can't make this script.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Wish you'd do
rushing yards. Here you go. Boom, done.
I wish you ran earlier. I wish you ran more early in the season so we could do it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
The stadium would literally explode when that happens. Again, we're watching some historical shit. We'll be telling, I don't have kids, but Jordan, you'll be telling your grandkids about, old man Jordan just telling about the old days of Lamar Jackson.
Man,
what we're doing.
We missed out on Andrews' touchdown record.
Oh, yeah. Again,
that's
the Ravens are playing legendary football. Outside of these, a few dumbass losses that for sure we could have won or lost by a toenail or whatever the hell has been going on. Again, this has been statistically a great season for the Ravens.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like, if you go back to 2012, that team statistically wasn't that good in the regular season. Like, we were 10-6 or something, but like we beat it back into the playoffs. We beat the Giants to get in, but like we needed a Ray Rice up the middle for 23 yards on 4th down in a must-win game. Ray Lewis had to get that goddamn tackle against the Chargers. Like, those kind of games happened to lead to that moment, and in the playoffs they found God. Again, it was Ray Lewis going into the heavens, but it was that. Essentially, that's what it was. Like, I feel like the Ravens are so much better than that team this year, and the games we're losing, it's just asinine. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, we should never have lost to the Raiders. I don't think we lose to Oakland if we play them again. 9 out of 10 times we don't lose to Oakland. I think we were trying to find our identity at the time, unfortunately, and we happened to play KC to open the year, which really sucks ass. I think we beat the shit out of them now if we played them. I say that. We'd probably run the ball 4 times.
Yeah, we already dropped the Bills. The Bills, we've already exposed them. Again, like you said, I don't see a second loss. I just can't. Because if that happens, what the fuck are we
blame the Cleveland loss. That's Cleveland, And our secondary was god awful. Like, if we had our secondary we have now, I don't think we even lose the Browns that game. Like, we've evolved as a football team. And I remember saying it a few months ago, like, I'm looking forward to December when our defense is solidified. And we finally are on our path. And I feel like we have reached the point where our defense is top 5 now. Yep. Because we've got the secondary going. And now the offense they've caught up to the offense, and the offense is apparently playing much better. I think combined, this is one. It's setting itself up for a really explosive second half of the season.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Like I pointed out after the last video, going into the bye, the offense was kind of struggling. It was like 20-something points per game compared to the 30-something they put up for us. So I was thinking, why can't we have nice things Why can't? But the defense was getting better. So I'm like, why can't Baltimore have nice things? Why can't we ever
They've
have
been carrying
both
the
at the
team the
same
first
time?
half of the season.
But it seems like if the offense can do
Ooh,
what they
bro, I
did
mean, that's
last
a
week,
week 14 bye. God damn.
Week 14. That's absolutely insane.
like I pointed out to Gerald, that episode of Hard Knocks was about as little Ravens as I thought it was going to be.
Week 3?
This one was
Week
fine.
2. Week 2 was. Yeah,
Week
I'm shocked by
I
that
wasn't.
because
Why? They're on a bye. And HBO can't control
I
that.
thought they would have spent a little more time looking at. I guess you're right. They were literally out of the building, and I guess maybe I thought they would catch like Mark Andrews lifting weights or something. But I guess you're right. They didn't. They literally just like left. They did their meeting and
Everyone
left.
dipped.
It's about to get Ravens heavy going down the stretch because
this last one was great.
I didn't watch it yet, so I'm gonna watch it.
I haven't seen it either.
And then obviously Ravens Steelers is going to dominate. I'm excited to be part of the next one. Because we're going to be on it, man. We may not be in the video, but
next week is going to be straight because next week is straight AFC North. The Bengals play
it's going to be fucking incredible.
It's going to be a half hour each. That's half that show is each going to be
spent on
one
Christmas
game.
fucking Eve, man. Santa's gonna be coming out of the chimney. I'm gonna be like watching the fucking replay of this game I just watched, and then they play on Christmas Day. Like it just like sets itself up with two playoff teams. Ravens Texans rematch from the wild card round from 2 years ago. Like I'm so fucking pumped. Yeah. But to be a part of this for Ross and Gerald, to be able to see this game live and then to have it featured nationally, knowing what goes on behind the scenes, the castle, it's just so cool.
Yeah.
To be a part of this journey.
Well, definitely not spoil too much. Get ready to see a lot more of Roquan than you thought you needed to see.
Did they just use the footage from the Ravens Wired?
No, there's
he was wired.
There's some same sound bites, but no. Like you get more of the one where Harbaugh's saying he designed the play to Des Walker. All those Harbaugh's play.
Oh wow, really?
Harbaugh's like, that's my play. I mean, granted,
I love Roquan Smith.
It was a rollout and a fade, but
Roquan is like.
I wonder. Yeah. It's so funny.
No, I mean it was. I would say it was a solid first 15 minutes of this episode is Ravens.
No, I am going.
Yeah, it's about fucking time.
Well, because it was the first week where an AFC North team wasn't playing an AFC North team. I think this, like I said, the Steelers got lucky. They started out against two AFC North teams.
I think the first half of Tuesday, when it drops on Christmas Eve, is going to be the Ravens Steelers getting ready for this game, but it's going to be heavy Ravens, and then they're going to play. It's going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. I'm ready for it. It's going to be 45 minutes of Ravens Steelers on Tuesday.
I'm so excited.
Hopefully, we win this game, or I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah. Oh man, it was wonderful tuning in. But before we get out of here, a few things to clean up. Ravens Wire. I'm not Ravens Wire. Shit. Hard Knocks. Again, I'm just so excited doing AFC North one. I've never given a shit about Hard Knocks because, again, when the first one came out, again, I said it, I was way too young. And every time I do, I'm like, I don't care. But I am like fully vested.
The Dolphins one was fun last year. The Dolphins one was kind of fun. I started watching it because we beat the shit out of Miami. And they fucking talked about it.
I watched the one episode, and that episode I was like, oh, you losers. You barely talked about getting beat. I watched this for no reason.
It kind of sold me. It sold me on the Hard Knocks. And then if you ever go back and watch the Hard Knocks with John Gruden and the Raiders, like his pep talk in the preseason, it's like the most incredible speech I've ever heard.
Wow.
Like, I'll have to play it for you guys. I'll send it to you guys. It's incredible. Mm-hmm. Like, he's like, it's ain't fucking college. This ain't the fucking Sugar Bowl. We're not playing for the goddamn, Chick-fil-A Bowl. We're playing for the fucking Super Bowl. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, it's the greatest John Gruden speech I've ever heard.
That's incredible. Send that
before you got
before you emails and stuff.
We're playing for the Peach Bowl. We're playing for the Super Bowl. It's funny.
Oh man,
it's all the rookies.
No, but Ravens versus Steelers.
Who'd you guys give the game ball to?
Who am I going to give the game ball to? Let's give that. I was going to get to the injury report, but let's get to the game ball first. Screw it. Rashad Bateman.
I'm sorry.
Rashad, get it to Bateman.
Well, as Gerald pointed out, you can almost give it to Lamar almost every other week. So
yeah, exactly. It's just too easy.
Even though he did do a lot this week that could have deserved
5 touchdowns. Jesus Christ. Lamar Jackson.
Not without Bateman, he didn't.
Bateman, 2 touchdowns, 3 catches for 80 yards. I mean, come on. Bateman's coming into himself. This is who we wanted him to be. He's showing up. This is incredible to witness.
Can we talk for a moment about the Lamar Bateman evolution? I feel like a year ago, Bateman was talking shit about being on this football team, and they couldn't connect for dog shit. And now it's like, Bateman's incredible. The one-handed catch he had a couple of weeks ago in the end zone against, what team was that? Was it the Eagles? No. A few weeks ago. Chargers, maybe? Like, it was just a really good game. Like, I feel like he's coming alive. He's making really good catches. We're going to need him. Hopefully he's healthy. But to your point, great game. His first 2 touchdown game of his career, surprisingly.
That's insane. I mean, he's been on the Ravens his whole career.
Well, for someone, like I said, he's always hurt and he never gets thrown to. So that really doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. That'll do it. But is he playing Saturday, Ross? That's the question.
As you say, he was Bateman. It's the first one. He's in a question with a foot injury that he had a boot on. People are speculating it's possibly precautionary. I mean, and also I'll also point out all these estimations are guesses because they had a walkthrough on Thursday. So but anyway, Bateman, questionable foot in a boot. Daniel Falalele, he's questionable with a knee. Daffy, he's a question with an ankle. And as I pointed out, Aguilar, he's out. Concussion. And the good old Jalen Armour Davis is, once again, he's out with a hamstring. Yep. And I had Deontay Johnson on here with personal, but, he ain't on team no more.
Yeah.
The last time I heard of a player in a boot, his name was Kyle Hamilton, and he came out, and I thought the man's career was over. And damn it if he didn't come out the next week and beat the shit out of whoever we played. So I'm absolutely bullish on Bateman playing in this football game. I think they're just taking it easy with him. We need it. It's to the same with the Steelers. Like, it's all hands on deck because it's your football season. Like, we're locked into the wild card. Like, we're gonna get in with a loss in an Indy loss. Like, we're on the cusp of getting into the playoffs. Like, we beat the Broncos and the Chargers handily head to head. Like, it doesn't take much for us to get in. And given the back end of our schedule, we're probably going to win out. So, like, this is our big game. This is our Super Bowl, essentially, for the regular season. So I do think Bateman will try to play if he can.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
Trying to point out, Miami loses or ties, Indy loses or ties, we're in. We clinch. Obviously, we win, we clinch. So pretty much there's a good chance we'll be in the playoffs after this week. After tomorrow, hopefully it's a good reason.
Just got to do the damn.
What a party it will be Saturday if we win in that stadium. Like, we're in the playoffs. Like, it's going to be a great feeling. And then I can turn around and be like, hey, Pittsburgh, enjoy the fucking wild card round on the goddamn road. Have fun in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not an easy game either. They could lose that game in Houston.
They could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Playoffs are a different beast.
It's NFL is just crazy now, but man, we're so close to greatness. We are so close to something amazing. Again, I'm so jealous of you guys. I will be sitting on call, working, watching.
You weren't
blessed. Like, we're talking about missing the division, but getting into the playoffs every year. Like, these are things that the New York Jets don't understand. Like, we appreciate the Ravens so much. Like, give thanks to them. Like, I feel like no matter what happens Saturday, it's been a really fun season with you boys.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see how this thing played out because win or lose, we're going to be a hard out in the playoffs if we just play our football the way we play. And maybe going on the road the entire playoffs isn't a bad thing. So I think we could spin it a lot of different ways. But I would like that home game. I would like a home game and sitting week 18 because we don't need to fucking play anybody because we are locked into a playoff spot. That would be ideal.
That would be
We'll see.
That would be very
Well,
ideal.
like
But
I said,
Ravens and bye weeks, man.
it shouldn't take
Is
long.
that possible though with the Pittsburgh Steelers? If we win and they lose, if they lose the Steelers lose this game and to the Chiefs, we probably still have to win out, right?
I mean, because
I imagine we gotta win.
if we win this week, that puts us both at what 10-5.
And
I think they
and
have.
say
They
we
have
win
to,
next week and they
I think
lose.
they have to lose. I think
Yeah,
they have to lose.
They
to the
lose,
Bengals.
it's over. If they lose,
Because their only other loss is the Cowboys. So I feel like they actually have a better AFC record. So we have to win out. We have to win out
They're 7-2
to get
in the.
to get the North.
Yeah, they're 7-2 in the conference. We're 5-4.
Yeah, we have to win out. So never mind, no bye for us.
there's no weeks off. It's like they start to say,
you know what? I don't want
playoffs
to
from
buy.
here on out. This
Who's
is a
had a bye?
playoff game.
We had a bye last week. It was week 14. So
That was it. That's all
that's
we
it.
needed. That was great. That was great timing. This is literally playoffs right now. Every
Like I
game.
said, no, it's new season. We're 1-0.
Yep. And
Let's go to this. We're starting this
Yes,
year.
sir.
Going to this game 0-0. Let's get another one. We 1-0 again. One game at a time. One game at a time.
That's it. That's all we can do. It has been an exciting season, though. It really has been an exciting season to watch, to cover with you guys. We've had a lot of fun, but it still ain't over. Again, 0-0, new rivals, Kings of the North will be crowned tomorrow. Any last thoughts, Jordan?
Well, hopefully the crown, the theme continues, and we just give the ball to King Henry a lot early on, and I think establish the run, establish the play action, getting short downs on third and second down. I think that's the way you keep TJ Watt off the field. I think that's the way you keep the Steelers defense on the football field. And I think that's the way you control the clock, control the scoreboard, win this football game. It's gonna be blood and guts, as Steve Smith once said famously. I do think it's gonna be like 20-23. I think once the Ravens can win this, can just like not make mistakes, as Ross alluded earlier. Can't make the penalties. Justin Tucker can't be missing field goals. We win this football game.
Yeah. Speaking of Henry has no haircut. He got a new hairdo.
He tried some different things.
That's right.
But no, as long as, like I said, as Jordan pointed out, like I said, don't beat ourselves. Defense will cut down the penalties. Bullshit ones or not. Sorry, they think Matabike can float. Stevens needs
300 pounds. That's crazy.
Stevens just needs to somehow learn to turn around again. I don't know how he forgot that. And
He's a lost cause, Ross. That's what it is.
I don't know why he's still. If he's a lost cause, I don't know why he's still playing on
He's a body.
their top wide receivers. But
He is a body, and we don't have anyone else.
Trey White's what is it? We got Trey White's been better.
He
so
hasn't
far
played better. Yeah.
And then we got
Yeah, he hasn't played.
We have the Desmond Canes activated again this week. He had a nice punt return.
Yeah.
But and Tylan Wallace almost had his sideline again.
Yep, almost. This
I saw that.
Even the fun buds pointed out Gerald's favorite Canadian. It's like that's the sideline, left side load. I'm like, that's the sideline. All his big plays in college, NFL, that's sideline. No. Said, don't beat ourselves, cut down penalties, catch the ball when it's thrown to you, both sides of the ball. I hope Marlon hit the jug machine. He got his hands on a few.
Yeah.
He's due
Forgot
for
about Marlon. Plus, TJ Tampa's coming back, I think, finally, right? Tampa's healthy.
They had to bring him back. They finally activated him.
Speaking
Hopefully,
of fourth-round picks.
that's fine. But also, how has he played this year? Is he going to be active again?
Well, he was in.
Okay, but even when he wasn't, I think he was inactive.
Yeah.
Oh man,
The Ravens have a lot of draft picks this year that have been inactive a lot of games.
It's these oat milk kids. Their bones are different. I don't know.
Definitely.
Well, listen to this. Nate Wiggins, first team all rookie. Rosengarten, probably first team all rookie. Devontae Walker, we just saw what he did. Rasheen Ali got some carries finally last week. I'm pretty pumped about that.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of your draft picks right there.
Like I said, and Tez Walker's going to have to do a lot more this week with our wide receiver room. And as of right now,
Optimistic about it because I think he's got new tape.
as
It's
of right now,
I feel like that's.
he's wide receiver 2 right now, health wise.
I do think that's Isaiah. Like,
Well,
That's
catching,
target numbers.
right. Pass catching target wise, yes, it's likely, and Andrews are definitely ahead of him.
Yeah.
So, but wide receiver wise,
I'll say this: even if Bateman was healthy, I think this game has set up really nicely for a likely Andrews celebration. I feel like the middle of this
I would
defense is
personally
weak on
love an
him.
Andrews celebration.
Eat up the middle.
Yeah, the king can fuck the queen.
Oh shit! Make it happen. Let's go. No.
Royalty dishes.
I can't wait. I may actually have to take off early because there's no way.
You have to, Ross. Are you kidding me? It's the king of the north.
Let's fucking go.
It's the Game of Thrones, man.
It's going to be exciting. Ravens versus Steelers for all the bragging rights. Primetime football, national game. Everybody's going to be watching. All eyes on Baltimore. Let's go. Let's go. That's all I can say. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will be back before Christmas, so probably Monday. So don't forget to tune into that as we get ready for the Texans after that. But tomorrow, Baltimore Ravens versus the Steelers.
It'll be a cold one.
It's going to be a cold one. Bundle up.
For all the weak fans who weren't at the 8-degree weather game.
Bundle up. Drink.
It was Christmas Eve, Ross.
Was that Christmas Eve?
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve.
So welcome. It's the Falcons. Falcons Christmas Eve game.
Yeah, I was there for history. It was amazing.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud.
Getting hammered on the couch.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Waiting for the coming of the Lord.
Okay.